Okay. Okay, so nope. Okay, wait a second, guys. So, can't you guys see me? I'm live. I'm live streaming right now. Cause I'm kinda lost. Okay, let me see. Yes. Hey, okay, so I'm live, I think. Yay! What's up, guys? Okay, what's not working is the chat. Okay, let's see. Can I see both chats at the same time? That would be great. How are you guys? Welcome. We're gonna wait a little bit because I'm starting early just to make sure everything is working properly. Okay. What's up, guys? Yo! Okay, so, wow, you guys are a diverse bunch. So, we have people from Lithuania, from the Canary Islands. That's cool. I'm also from the Canary Islands. From Germany. Wow, so many people. Thank you, guys. Welcome. And also here. Let's see. I'm not talking much, guys, because I'm just checking that everything is working. I cannot believe finally everything is working. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, apparently I can only see chats here. Okay. I'm trying to figure it out. Hello guys. Hello to my peeps over in Africa, Morocco, or the Maghreb, people from Poland, a lot of Polish people around here. Okay. Kumusta po kayo mga kaibigan ko mula sa Pilipinas? Okay. Brasil, ok. Beleza. Tudo bem? Tudo bem in Brazil? Okay, play Omegle. Dude, you want me to get cancelled? What the? I cannot do it. Oh, we have people from France too. Bonjour. Bienvenue à mon chaîne. Tu vois, on va faire un streaming en français. Hey, Badia. Thank you so much to all the people from India. Okay, I'm still trying to figure this out because I'm supposed to have a common chat where I can see everything. No, I cannot. I cannot. But that's alright. It's alright. Okay, so. Apa kabar? Hey! Bye. Terima kasih. Okay, so Merry Christmas to you too, Ryan. Okay, so guys, what time is it? Okay, we are early today. Because I was super scared about about doing this multi-stream thing. Bike. Thank you guys. How are you? Hey, ciao. Anche qualcuno sono italiani. Bello, grazie mille thank you so much for coming around, guys. From Iraq? Wow, that's cool. Mabuti naman. Salamat pre. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so the plan for today is, first of all, let's put on some nice copyright free music, so you guys can also enjoy it. Oh, hello, Greta from Italy. Okay. I'm gonna find some nice music. We haven't started yet officially, guys. So hold on a second. Also, can you guys hear me well? Can you guys hear me well? Because yeah, I'm not sure. E aí, irmã? Beleza. Tudo bem, tudo bem. Apa yang kamu tahu dari Indonesia, bro? What do you know about Indonesia? I'm actually learning about Indonesian right now. I'm watching like whatchamacallit, freaking documentaries about it. Super interesting. And also learning. Chiste, la gente de Argentina, gracias por venir. Guys will speak mainly in English because you guys are so many, and if I speak random languages, you guys are not gonna understand. Vale, y gracias. Sí, a todos los que hablan español también por venir aquí, mis amigos hispanos de todos lados. Tenemos a gente de Filipinas. Salamat, maraming salamat. Mga kaibigan ko dahil galing Pilipinas. Okay, Deutsch? Yeah, my Deutsch is not that good. so maybe not. I won't speak too much of that. Yes, 5 minutes to officially get started. Music! I was supposed to find some music. Electro swing. I'm a sucker for electro swing. Electro swing. Copyright free. You guys think being a YouTuber equals being rich? You guys are wrong. Where's the free music? Where is it? Okay, here. Let's go with this one. Can you guys hear it? It's pretty nice. I love this. Si sente bene. Allora. I'm so sorry. I'm constantly speaking Italian as if it was Brazilian Portuguese. Si sente bene? Si sente bene. Okay, si sente bene. Grazie mille. Okay. Thank you so much for everything, for everyone who's now following. Also, following me on Twitch. Thank you so much, and thank you guys so much for being here with me on YouTube. Bro, try Nepali. Dude, wait for me to learn Hindi first. It's not that easy. Oh, can you guys hear the music? It's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Now people are running to me. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think, yeah, we are about to get started here. Please tell me you guys can hear me. You guys can hear the music, right? Yeah, I've eaten. Thank you so much for asking. Oh, Chifachi, thank you so much for coming. You, Tony from Romania? Как у вас дела? Очень хорошо, очень хорошо. Большое спасибо. Yeah, so I hope you guys are listening to music, because if you guys are not listening the music, I'm just dancing to like a crazy person. Anyways, good boys, boyaks. Okay, hi. I like your cat thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We can get started right now. You cannot hear the music. Yeah. Then I'm just dancing to nothing. Hold on a second. Okay. Maybe now. British. Hello. Okay. What from France? Thank you so much, Yann. Merci beaucoup. En fait, je vais essayer d'utiliser toutes les langues que je peux parler. Right, but it's gonna be difficult, right? So if you guys want me to speak different languages, we can do that for sure. But I'll probably get super tired, and my level in all languages is gonna go like this, downwards. So be very understanding, please. Your voice is getting echoed. Yeah, that's because I have no freaking. I have no money for better equipment. That's why I appreciate so much all your support, guys. Thank you guys from thank you so much guys from India. We also have people from where? If I have a Discord channel, I spend too much time I spend too much time studying languages. I don't have time to manage a Discord, like, whatchamacallit, a Discord account or something like that? Yeah, I don't even know what's the proper terminology for that. 你会说中文？当你能说中文 OK， 如果你们想说我说中文的话，我会啊。首先我会说中文，然后如果你们想我说中文的话，你就要告诉我吧。如果有问题可以问一下，好吗？所以我可以给你们中文的复回。You see, guys, changing from one language to the other is going to be a little bit of a challenge, because my brain only has so much energy. But we can try. Can you speak Polish? Chaste? I cannot even pronounce that correctly, but yeah, Polish. Maybe after I learn Russian, because it's not that simple. Okay. Anyways, I think, it's about time we get started for real. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for coming to the live stream. I'm gonna be here for around like 1 to 2 hours, and I'm gonna be talking to you guys. So if you guys have questions, if you want to tell me anything, just write something in the chat, and I'll answer you. Tastes good. ¿Cómo aprendiste ruso? How did I learn Russian? Well, I learned enough Russian to get by. It has never been a language I've really studied for a long time. I started for 3 months, then I stopped, and now I'm trying to get better at it. So yeah, I know enough Russian. Someday I'll be fluent. That's for sure, because I love it. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna start reading, and let's see. And let's see what your questions, comments are, okay? Okay, so let's see around here. Eu agora estou aprendendo português por você. So you're learning Portuguese because of me. Thank you so much. Okay. Magandang gabi sa mga kaibigan ko galing Pilipinas. Maraming salamat sa basically coming here and talking to me. Do I speak Cantonese? Saka. Xiao, like a little bit. I'm very good at Chinese, but my Cantonese, nah. I never really tried to learn it. I'm trying to get super advanced at Chinese, and then I will move on to learning Cantonese, but for now, no way. It's too difficult. Someone from Tenerife is here. Did you ever think about creating a Discord? I don't have time for a Discord server. The community I'm growing right now is my Patreon. You guys can follow me there. You can support me there, and there I'll be answer questions like if you want me to make an article or a post about maybe something you need help with or whatever. You just join the community and let me know. I'll write it for you. So we can help each other, right? After all, I'm a teacher, guys. After all, I'm a teacher and I'm here to help you guys. Okay, good job, thank you. Santa Claus, thank you so much. Halo saya dari Indonesia, okay. Terima kasih, guys, for coming. Your voice is echoing. I know, it's awful. Okay. I'm growing right now is... Yeah, the echo thing is because my freaking computer is not too good. Anyways, questions, guys. I want questions. Let's see. Bonjour, bonjour à tous mes amis qui parlent le français. Yeah, I know it's echoing, guys. Kumusta ka sa atin? Ayos lang naman. Salamat. Where can I find Spanish media to watch and learn Spanish from? YouTube. Okay, on YouTube you can do it. Also, if you guys are looking for like websites or learning resources, on my Patreon I have an article where I list like more than 100 places where to learn languages from. So, você já tentou aprender finlandês? Yeah, I don't. Besides Parkele, I don't know anything else. So difficult. Maybe someday, I don't know. Okay. Why are people so immersed by your language? Press, though you can say only hi, what's up? That's not true. Actually, what we can do, because people say that, right? Like right now, people are super butthurt about all these people who claim to know many languages and then they just speak a little bit of a lot of languages. Let's address that. Let's get into this spicy debate. No, I'm fluent in 8 different languages and then in other languages I just speak a little bit. I always say that. That's something I've been saying from the start. But of course, I do some nice clickbait and I say, I spoke a lot of languages. Technically, I spoke those languages in in my videos, but yeah, officially, I just know how to speak 8 different languages, and those languages I speak very decently. Obviously, at different levels, but that's normal. Like you cannot be perfect in everything. Bonjour, Teja. ¿Aprendiste todos los idiomas desde el español? So, did I learn all my languages through Spanish or through English? Okay, te voy a responder en inglés, ¿vale? Para que todo el mundo entienda. So, it depends, right? Some languages are easier to be approached through Spanish, like French, Italian, Portuguese. Other times, if the language is very different, then, for example, Chinese, I mainly learned Chinese through English, right? So it really depends. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter much. Mr. Santi, may plano ka bang mag-travel sa ibang bansa kung magiging mabuti na ang lagi ng sitwasyon? So, this nice guy, good boyax from Filipinos, I guess, he's writing to me in Tagalog. He's saying, do you have plans to travel to any other country once the situation improves? The COVID situation, right? I think I may be moving around Europe next year, probably. I don't really travel much. For all of you who think I I travel a lot, and that's why I speak so many languages. Yeah, I don't travel. I don't travel at all. I learn everything at home using my computer and my internet connection. That's all I need to learn languages. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll go to Germany or Russia. I would like to go to Russia. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, I do have plans. I do have plans to travel around. What is your daily language learning routine? Thank you, Ancient Solar, for asking. Well, my my routine is spend as many hours as you can doing the the things you think are more efficient and useful to do, and I'm just fucking crazy, guys. I'm crazy. So I just spend a lot of time doing very hard work, and that's how I do it. That's my daily routine. Practice as much as possible till I become exhausted. Usually it's like that. And then, because I do this every day, because I practice every day, eventually I get better. But yeah, we will get into more of what I do every day later on. Let's see. There's another question. Yusuf Ma, right? Can anyone be a polyglot? That's an interesting question. Thank you so much for asking. Nope. Sorry, it's not that polyglots are special people or anything, but can anyone be an astronaut? Can anyone be a famous, successful runner? Like, can anyone be a superstar? Of course not. It depends on many different factors. So, as I was just talking about, I was just talking about this, my routine, right, and how much I study every day. A lot of people are not willing to practice every day, right? And a lot of people are not willing to practice as hard as other people do. People who don't put the time and the effort cannot become a polyglot, because becoming a polyglot means doing very hard work for a really long time and little by little, like improving your skills in many different languages, and that takes time, effort, and dedication. So yeah, just because it's something difficult to do, not everyone can. It doesn't mean uh, you cannot try. Of course, you can try. And also, the objective is never to become a polyglot. The objective is always to learn languages, enjoy the process, and connect with people and learning about other cultures. Okay, the 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 ultimate objective is never to be cool and show off your skills. If you do that, you are just doomed from the beginning. Okay, how many languages do you eventually want to speak? Okay, when you are done, are there any that you will never attempt? Wow, that's such a great question. Skis YouTube? Thanks for asking. Well, I do want to learn more languages. I want to tackle languages I've never tackled before. And there are some languages I know I I want to learn, and I want to learn well. I will tell you right now, but first let me tell you that there are some languages I will never attempt learning, right? Like Esperanto, to me it's kind of boring, uh, so I will probably not learn Esperanto. But in general, it depends, right? Because what languages I choose to learn is always it always depends on uh, what people I met, what I find interesting, right? So maybe right now I'm saying, oh, I'm not going to study Suomi, right? I'm not going to study Finnish. But maybe tomorrow I meet a nice person from Finland, and I'm like, I might as well learn the language, so I start learning it, right? So it depends a lot. So yeah, things change sometimes. you think you are never going to study language, and eventually something happens that you decide to study it. So yeah, okay. And to answer the other question, yes, there are some languages I want to study, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now about all about that. Okay? Hey, namaste, namaste. Aapka se hai mera dost. My dear friends from India. That's a language I love, Hindi. Mm, More questions. Okay, I'll get to the languages I'm currently studying and all of that, but I want to read some other questions. I'm a pianist, have studied it for 10 years. I've seen a lot of Germans, Italian, French, reading the music. It really opens up the mind. That's interesting. I wanted to be a musician too, but I happen to be more more talented in learning languages. So yeah, that's why I can stop. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so now I'm more focused on teaching languages and studying languages. Okay, so hey Night Demon, how are you? This is the guys. Night Demon is the guy who started supporting me right from the beginning when I started. When really no one had believed in me. Thank you so much for coming around, Night Demon. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys my Anki flashcards. Let's take a look. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? So this is my current flashcard thing. What was that? Okay, so yeah, someone just followed me. Thank you for following me on Twitch. I got scared by the notification sound. Okay, can you guys see the Anki thing? Someone's saying, "Are you gonna be uploading twice a week now?" I'm a one-person team, okay? I cannot do that. It's impossible. I edit my videos, I make my thumbnails, I record them, of course, and I do everything. So it's super time-consuming. And yeah, for now, I'm just trying to create as much as possible because I know you guys love it. You guys love it so much. Thank you guys for following. Following me. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't have time to for doing like 2 uploads every week. That would be crazy because that's another thing I wanted to comment on. Remember, guys, I love studying languages, and studying many different languages requires you to like practice every day, right? And you need to practice a lot. And when you learn so many languages as I do, you need to invest even more time into it. So I don't want Facebook or Facebook now. I mean, I don't want these YouTube things to take too much time away from me studying languages too, because that's what I love the most. So yeah, guys. So I also need time for me to to study languages. So so yeah, that's why I'm not gonna be uploading all the time. Maybe thanks to your support, guys, on Patreon, I can eventually hire someone who will do the editing for me, and that will help me produce more content more often, right? But for now, I'm kind of humble about what I can do here on social media, and I'm so grateful for all your support already. So let's go little by little, guys. We will get there eventually. ¿Te has dado cuenta de lo que cambia tu voz a hablar inglés y no? Okay, so Vinicius Silva, meu amigo brasileiro, right? Because you're Brazilian, right? He's asking me about how, yeah, if I am aware of how much my voice changes when I speak English and then when I speak in Spanish. Guess what, Vinicius? My voice changes dramatically when I speak in all different languages, okay? Because, it's weird. When you speak a different language, it's weird. You don't really know what your identity in that new language is supposed to be. So you don't know how you are supposed to sound in a different language. So eventually, what happens is that you get used to speaking in a weird, different way in every different language. So that's why I may sound different in different languages. It's kind of weird. Allora, possiamo parlare un attimo, un po' in italiano anche, non so se ci sono molti italiani qui. I don't know. Okay, so let's go back to, okay guys, let's go back to Anki. Okay, guys, so every day, yes, 19, and thank you so much. Guys, support me on Patreon. It's not like just supporting me. I want to create a cool community there where I will spend time, actually, the little time I got, I will spend it there trying to help you guys with anything you may be going through. So yeah, I want to create a nice community there where I can help you guys. Okay, now as you guys can see, I get super distracted very easily, also because I'm so happy that so many of you are tuning in. Yeah, exactly. I'm right now on Twitch, and I'm also reading the YouTube chat. Okay, so you guys don't worry, I'm reading both. Because right now I'm on Twitch and also I'm on YouTube. So guys, don't worry, I'm reading as much as I can because the chat is going super fast too. Anyways, so guys, let's not get too distracted. Let's talk about the languages I'm currently studying. Okay, so as you can see here in my Anki thing, I have quite a few different languages. So first, I have two different desks for Chinese, 中文 and 中文考试成功. So basically, the first one is a huge deck of cards where I have everything I find interesting, and all the vocabulary, all the grammar I want to learn in Chinese, everything I read, everything I hear that I find interesting and I want to learn, I put it there. So here I have a lot of new vocabulary I'm trying to memorize, because right now I can speak at a advanced level in Chinese, I guess. It's kind of difficult because we normally measure proficiency in Chinese in terms of HSK, right? What HSK are you are doing? So it really depends. I have TikTok is a great way to attract an audience. Thank you so much, Tarv Patil. Thank you so much. I don't know how many rupees that is, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Okay, so I'm trying. So we normally say, "Oh, I have an HSK." Yada yada, right? So in the levels that the proficiency certification thing is based on these exams, HSK. So you have HSK 1, 2, HSK 6, and I think it's changing now. They are increasing the amount of exams you have to take to be to get certified at different levels of proficiency. So right now I'm studying for the last exam, the HSK 6, which is supposed to be the most advanced of all mm, certification levels you can get. So in order to get that HSK 6, which is what we would call in Europe or America a C1, I think, you need to study a lot. So that's why I'm trying really hard to learn a lot of Chinese to increase my vocabulary by by a significant amount. And that's why I have here this deck and this one, which is more exam focused. So in this second deck, I have only vocabulary that's gonna be featured in those exams, right? Then Tagalog. I have a B1, something like a B1 in Tagalog. The thing is, people can understand me very easily in Tagalog, but I speak a broken Tagalog in a way. Sometimes my Tagalog is a bit broken, but people still understand me. It's weird, right? It's like I can make myself understood in Tagalog because I have a B1, a B1 going into a B2 level, but yeah, it's kind of broken because I need to practice more. I need to listen more. So I really want to get advanced in Tagalog, and that's one of my target languages at the moment. Together with Chinese, I really want to improve these two languages. And yeah, Tagalog, a very difficult language, very different to anything I've ever studied before, and yeah, these are two languages I really want to improve in. Then we have Russian. What's happening with Russian? Well, Russian is a language I really love, but it's kind of difficult. So I'm trying to brush it up a little bit so I can at least get more comfortable having simple conversations. As you guys can see in my last like Omegle videos, I can have simple conversations in Russian, no problem. But of course, I feel quite limited. So that's a language I'm trying to improve right now too. Then we have Hindi. Hindi, I'm a beginner, okay? I'm a beginner, I just can speak a little bit, but it's a language I really like. It's a language I love. India is a country I'm fascinated by. I really want to learn about that country. So that's why I'm gonna try to learn it. I'm gonna try to learn Hindi. All the languages you guys see here are languages I'm really passionate about, and these are languages I want to become really fluent in. So yeah, Chinese, Tagalog, I already speak those, but I want to get better at it. Russian and Hindi, I'm starting. I just have a very basic knowledge, but eventually I want to be fluent in Russian and Hindi as well. Bahasa Indonesia. Oke, sekarang bisa berbicara sedikit bahasa Indonesia. Tapi my level my level is very low. I just started 2 weeks ago, guys. I started very okay, 2 minggu ago, okay? I started speaking Bahasa Indonesia not long ago, so it's a super easy language, guys. I'm telling you, it's super easy. But of course, you need to study it, and that always takes a while, right, to learn enough in a language to be able to communicate in it. But I'm telling you guys, Bahasa Indonesia is the easiest language I've ever seen. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to improve my Bahasa Indonesian because it's super easy, and also I really enjoy it. I find fascinating all the influences the language has received over years and years of colonization, invasions, etc. So there's a lot of Arabic vocabulary you can find in Indonesian. There's a lot of Portuguese, especially a lot of Dutch. I love all of that. and also a lot of Malay, of course, because it's an Australian language. So it's interesting because I already know quite a lot about quite a lot of words in Tagalog, so I can see some cognates between the two languages, and because I know a little bit of Mingu, I know, sorry. So, because I know a little bit of Arabic too, I can see the cognates coming from Arabic, and I love it. And then here, what I have here is English and Portuguese. Because I'm already fluent in English and Portuguese, I'm not really studying much these languages, but because I'm doing a PhD in English, I always like to like study and improve my vocabulary beyond necessary. So that's why anything I find new in English, I put it in there, although I'm not currently studying it. And yeah, okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. Right now, as to sum it up, right now I'm trying to get fluent, complete. I mean, I'm already fluent in Chinese, but I want to get super advanced in Chinese, and I want to get decently fluent in Tagalog too. Okay, so these two languages I want to reach AC1 eventually. Russian and Hindi, I'm having a great time getting intermediate at them. Two very difficult languages too. Bahasa Indonesia is super easy, and I want to become fluent eventually. And yeah, that's it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see other questions. Do you learn languages one by one and move to the next language after the previous language is quite fluent? Or you learn several languages at the same time? By the way, I'm from Indonesia. Terima kasih, kawanku. Thank you so much for your question. And as you can see, as I have just explained, I I study a lot. I study a lot of different languages at the same time. I shouldn't, but hear this out, guys. Hear this out. This is what's going on. Sometimes I feel like studying a lot of languages, and sometimes I feel like concentrating all my energy into one or two. And this is something I always try to balance, right? The amount of exploration I make, the doubling into new languages, and I need to balance that out with focused study. So right now I've been, as you can see, experimenting with many new languages like Hindi, Bahasa Indonesia, whatever. So right now, because I want to become very fluent in Chinese and Tagalog, I'm gonna try to focus more of my energy and time. I'm gonna concentrate that into these two languages because I want to get better, right? And if I'm too dispersed, it's gonna be super difficult. So yeah, it depends. Sometimes I do more languages, sometimes I do less, I become more focused. It depends. Yeah, Indonesian is very straightforward. There is no to be and particles. Yeah, the grammar is a bit different. You have to get used to it, but it's very simple. A PhD in English, a PhD on language learning. I'm a teacher, guys, remember. Okay. Ano gawin nyo? What do I do? You mean my job? I'm a teacher. Okay. Okay, what else? Do you think that the second language is the most hard to learn? Tagalog? Tagalog, it is not necessarily difficult, but it's definitely something different. Okay, it's very alien to me. The way the syntax works, it's too difficult. It's something I need to figure out by getting more exposure to the language. But yeah, Tagalog, it's simple for some reasons, and for other reasons it gets super difficult. But yeah, it's not that bad. How do you make like cards, stuff. I'm on Anki right now, okay? So if you guys want to use this app, you're seeing here. It's called Anki, and it helps you learn vocabulary long term. I use it, and I love it. Okay, so any other questions? Let's see. What do you use for learning? What techniques do you use to be super fast? If you got time, try to give us steps to follow. Yeah, I'm already talking about that in my Patreon. Account. I'm just gonna slide it in there. It's guys, it's not a shameless. It's not a shameless plug if I'm plugging my stuff in my stream, so it's not shameless. Okay, so yeah, I do have a method. I do know what works best for me. I do know what works well for most people as well. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you can ask me. And what else? I do have techniques, but I always try to be like open-minded. And you know, if something is not working, if my method is not working at some moment, I will try to change it and improve. Because this is the thing. You cannot stick to one method only, because eventually that method is going to stop to work as well as before, and you will need to change it up a little bit, because this is the thing, your needs change as you improve, right? As you improve, your needs, your learning needs change, so you need to adapt to keep improving. If you don't do that, you're gonna feel stuck, and you're gonna say, oh, why am I not improving? Well, because you're still using the same method you were using before. It's time to change. Do you use italki to practice languages? I stopped using italki because they started using, like, making you do the language exchange thing in an app. Like, you cannot look for people to practice languages with on your computer, so I stopped using italki for that. Soy de Hamburgo y estoy practicando mi español desde hace un año y medio. ¿Puede darme una cosa que me ayude a practicarlo? Well, Leon Hank, if you want to practice Spanish, I will recommend you to go on YouTube and find something you find interesting to watch and to listen to, and then you can start learning with that. I already have on my Patreon like a lot of suggestions to things to listen to and watch, right? But because it's what you find interesting is so personal, I encourage you to also do your own research. Okay, more questions. You have a spelling mistake on your Patreon. You have spelled tear. Okay, tear with an E, okay, like tear. I'm selecting a subscription. Thank you so much, Asian Solar. Yeah, guys, if you guys want to know what I'm awful at, that's spelling. I love talking to people. I love talking. I love trying to improve my accent and getting everything right when it comes to pronunciation. But but my spelling sometimes suck. Thank you so much, Tears, because my mic is kinda awful. I paid more than I should have. And it's still very bad, guys. I don't have money. Okay, thank you so much for that. At what age did you start learning languages? When I turned 18. At the age of 18, I started learning languages. I've been studying languages for over 6 years, and that's why, now I can speak quite a few. Santi, have you tried the FLR method? Okay, that rings a bell. That rings a bell for sure. Let me check it out here. Method, what is that? For learning what? Lao Shu, like the one Lao Shu made. I love Lao Shu, by the way. That he is a great polyglot YouTuber. I always enjoyed watching his videos, and I've talked to him. Like once, I was like a fan, writing to him on Night Talk. I remember I was like, Lao Shu, hey, hi, I'm your biggest fan, and he was like, hey, what's up? And he was super nice. Yeah, I really like the guy. I've never purchased any of his methods. As I told you guys, I have my own method. I study. Oh, thank you for following me. The freaking notification thing is always scaring me. So I have my own method. I'm a teacher. I'm doing research on learning methodologies. So guys, I know quite a few about language learning. So I don't really look for, at least at this level right now, I don't look for other people, I'm always happy to hear what other people have to say about language learning, but I don't need it because I have my own method, right? And I know what works, what doesn't, from a scientific standpoint, and also based on my own experiences. So yeah, are you boldness? If I'm okay, are you asking if I'm the concept, if I'm baldness as a concept, as an abstract concept? If I'm the epitome of baldness? No, I'm not bald. I'm becoming bald. Okay. I'm in the process, and the only reason why I'm wearing this cap is because I look fabulous. Okay, and also because my hair is a mess right now. But yeah, I'm not bald yet. I will reveal my real hair when we reach what can we reach, guys? Let me know. What should be our target? Our goal, right? What should be our goal for doing this? Santi reveals his lack of hair video, kind of thing. Okay, once we reach what? Well, 100 100,000 followers on 50 50k, only 50k, dude. My lack of hair deserves more. So deserves more subscribers. All right. 1 million? Okay, that's too much. That's too much. By the time I get 1 million subs, I will probably have no hair left. Yeah, but it's not a problem. I have no problem with my hair at all. So yeah, 100,000 followers. I'll tell you all about my my hair thing and my strategy to keep being awesome while going full bald. Because I do have a plan, guys. I have a plan for it, and I'll tell you all about it once we find we reach 100,000 followers. Anyways, let's go back to more. Oh well, this is a nice a nice suggestion. Once we reach 2k Patreon supporters. That's too optimistic, but well, if we reach that that level, I will be able to pay people to edit my videos, and for sure I will be all day making videos. So we will help you get there, Santi. Thank you so much, guys. You are so supportive. I'm not even kidding, guys. You are so supportive. Let me go full screen here. You guys are so supportive. Thank you so much for everything you guys do to support me. All your engagement, all your nice comments. I read all your comments, guys, so never forget that. I really appreciate all you guys say. to me always in the comment section. Also to people who donate and they join my Patreon and everything. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And also all the people writing me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatnot. You guys are always super nice to me. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Okay. Hey Santi, apa kabar? Baik-baik. Bagus sekali that they have so many Indonesian fans here. I love your Neapolitan segments. How many months have you practiced to become conversational in this language? You see, this is the thing about Neapolitan. Neapolitan is a relatively easy language to learn, especially if you know Italian. It's super easy to learn. And also if you know other Romance languages, it's super easy to learn. But the problem is that where do you learn it from? It's super complicated because it's a very small language. There's not necessarily a lot of content being created in Neapolitan, so you really need to do a lot of research so you can find something you can study with. There's a lot of music in Neapolitan that's useful, but speaking it's not the same as singing, so you also need to watch films and stuff like that. It's hard. That's why in my Patreon I have an article with a list of around close to 300 videos in Neapolitan. Yeah, if you get access to that, you can use those videos to learn Neapolitan, because that's the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge is to find the resources to start learning Neapolitan. The language is not necessarily too difficult by itself. Okay, more questions. Can you speak Arabic for me? نعم. شكرا جزيلا صديقي. أنا أتكلم العربية قليلا. So yeah, it's a pity. I studied Arabic for 2 weeks because I had some friends from Mauritania, but then I got like exams and whatnot and I had to stop. But I love Arabic. It's a very difficult language. Someday I'll try to learn it for real, but yeah, for now I just know how to speak a little bit. Comment avez-vous appris le français? Quelle source avez-vous utilisé? Et cela a-t-il été difficile? Okay, so how did I learn French? What did I use to learn French? And if it was difficult to me. Okay, French was kind of difficult at the beginning, especially because I didn't really have I didn't really know a lot of content that was interesting to me, so I was like, okay, I want to study French, but I don't know what content I can watch or listen to in French. So once I found interesting things to listen to and also read, because there's a lot of great literature in French, I started learning more and more. Also, I started French at university, so that helped too. Yeah, I've been studying French for a long time. C'est pas un problème pour moi de parler le français. C'est en fait très facile. Je sais pas s'il y a des gens ici qui parlent le français aussi. Dis quelque chose dans le chat. Et je vais le lire. Okay, what else? How did you learn Cantonese? 我不会说广东话，我只会说中文。I don't know Cantonese, I can only speak Chinese. Someday I will try to learn it though. Okay, more questions. We will help you again. I always check your YouTube channel every day to see if there's a new Omegle video. Thank you so much for that. I will let you know anyways, though. You don't need to be doing that. It's funny when you shock people speaking Neapolitan. Yeah, it's very fun. I love it. And I would really like to improve my Napolitan, right? But the thing is, because I'm studying other languages right now, and also because you see, it's not easy to find things to study with. My Neapolitan is not improving very quickly, so it's a pity. Alors, maintenant, il y a beaucoup de gens qui me disent qu'ils peuvent parler le français. Ça, c'est très bon. J'aime bien. Merci beaucoup. Je kiffe. Okay, Alfusca is not spoken. Yeah, I know Alfusca is not spoken, but dude, you see all the dialects too. That makes it even more difficult. And that makes it even more difficult. Makes it even more difficult to learn Arabic. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. How the okay, so what is the best way to learn languages? It's relative to the languages you know already, your learning style, etc. So there's not a best way to learn languages, but there is a best way for you to learn languages. Okay, it's something very, very personal. Ton accent français est très bon, mais quel est-il de ton vocabulaire? Alors, en français, je pense que j'ai un vocabulaire assez grand, assez extense. La vérité, c'est que ça fait longtemps que je pratique pas les français. Les français, c'est parce que je suis en train d'apprendre des autres langues. Mais oui, j'aime bien. Et maintenant, pour m'améliorer, je devrais lire plus en français. Mais ouais, c'est un problème parce que les temps, tu vois, les temps, c'est assez limité, c'est sûr. Donc, it's kind of difficult, right? It's difficult to improve so many languages at the same time. But yeah, what I need to do right now to improve my vocabulary in French, since I'm already very fluent when it comes to speaking with to people. If I really want to improve my vocab in French, I need to start reading novels. Okay, I've read novels in French before, but I need to keep doing it so I can keep acquiring more and more vocabulary. But of course, that takes time, and I'm not really doing that right. I'm not really trying to improve my French right now. Okay, which Portuguese accent do you like the most? Brazilian, Portuguese, Portuguese, Angolan, Mozambican. Okay, okay, let me try to speak Portuguese now. Agora, galera, o sotaque que eu gosto mais é o sotaque do carioca, o sotaque brasileiro, mas carioca. Eu aprendi português falando, escutando as músicas brasileiras. É por isso que eu tenho um acento, um sotaque brasileiro e também um pouquinho do sotaque carioca. The thing about Portuguese too is that it's so easy, and since it's so easy, I don't really study it much. Someday I'll try to get better at it, but yeah. I really like Portuguese from anywhere. Okay, I love also Portuguese from Portugal, but yeah, because I'm in love with Brazilian music. I cannot even talk because I love Brazilian music. Yeah, my heart. Brazil has a special place in my heart. What can I say? Okay, yeah. Romanian. The Romanian question. Guys, I love Romanian. I would love to learn it, but I'm currently studying other languages. So someday. Are you ready to speak Hindi fluently? GG. I really want to. Actually, for the next video, I'm gonna be talking and singing in Hindi. So wait for it. I'm gonna be singing in Hindi. That was so much fun. Okay, let's keep doing this. So, do you use VPN when playing Omegle? Because in Southeast Asia, areas Philippines, network always error. Okay, so I don't use a VPN because and I don't have much money, so I cannot be paying for things like that. But yeah, so I don't use a VPN. Sometimes I get banned for no reason, and sometimes I get like the hashtag thing where you have to you have to constantly be solving the hashtag now, the captcha, right? That's what they're called, and it's super annoying. Yeah, I would need a VPN, but I'm just getting started. I cannot be wasting money in all these things. Last question from me, Santi. Sorry, this is for all Santi supporters wondering. Ha ha ha! Are you single? Guys, let's make it. Let's reach 20k. I will tell you everything. Yeah, I'm single. But I mean, if I keep meeting nice girls on Omegle, maybe that changes soon. I don't think so. I don't really think so. But yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm single, and for now, my languages are my only lovers. What else? Do you know the Gypsy language, Roman, the Romani language? I call it Roma. I know it goes by different names. I love Roma. We have so many Gypsy people here in Spain. They don't really speak Roma. They speak Calo, which is uh, a mixture of the Roma language and Spanish. But yeah, because I'm learning Hindi and the Roma language is so similar. You can tell they come from a common ancestor, and it's so interesting. I love the Roma language, and I love Roma people as well. I find it fascinating. Where do you find motivation to spend time studying? I love languages. That's my motivation. Yeah, guys, I just love languages. I find kind of difficult to relate to people who say that they lack motivation because I'm always motivated to learn languages. Well, it's not. Sometimes when I don't want to study, is not because I'm lacking motivation. It's more like, okay, I it's more like I study so many languages for so long every day, for so much time every day, that at the end of a practice session of 6 hours of studying, I feel so tired I cannot keep on studying. That, you see, if I lack energy, I lack motivation, but motivation is always there. I love it so much. More questions. Do you know any Bollywood movies? Wait for the next video, you'll see that I know some. And actually, like I don't have too much time to watch movies because I study so much. But I love Bollywood. That's one of the reasons why I'm studying Hindi and I want to become fluent in Hindi. It's because I love the content. Indians are pretty out. Do you know any German? Ja, ich kann nicht Deutsch sprechen. Ich habe Deutsch gelernt. Aber mein Niveau, it's very little. Yeah, I have a lot of opportunities to practice German here in the Canaries, but for some reason I'm just not super interested. Maybe as I said before, maybe someday if I travel to Germany, I may study the language, right? Because I like German. To me, it doesn't sound bad or anything. I know a lot of people say that, but I find it very beautiful the way it sounds. So I will be happy to learn it, but I think I would need to live in the country to really find the motivation. You see, that's the thing. I don't have enough energy to study all these languages, so I have to make choices. And German is not my priority right now. Okay, here in my country, the reason people cannot learn another language because they don't see it as a tool that enables us to be able to reach out to the world. Okay, so basically they don't find it useful. It's not worth learning a new different language, right? It is what it is. I don't know what country you're from, but that also happens in Spain. Like people, but here people know it's important, but they don't really put the time to learn it. Ilang na ang edad mo at ano ang apelyido mo, Santiglot? Okay, so you want to know my surname? That's kind of stalky of you. I'm not gonna tell you my full name. I'm sure you can find it somewhere on the internet anyways. But I'm 24 years old. And yeah, and I'm young and ready to mingle. So tell your friends, especially your female friends. Okay, can you read other languages or just speak? Dude, of course. Other languages I speak fluently. I can read. I can read all the Romance languages I speak. I can read Chinese, of course. I'm very fluent in Chinese. Tagalog, I can read it better than I can speak it, of course. And yeah, no problem. That's not a problem for me. Can you salve mano? Salve. If you love languages, I know that's me. That's my own boat. My own bot. What I'm talking about. Okay. When will the next Omegle video be released? So I have already recorded the content. I just have to edit it, and that's gonna take a little bit of time because I'm just me doing all of this, so it takes time, guys. So please be patient. Okay, Matt Sherpe, what's up, man? For how long have you been studying languages? 6 years. Around 6 years, yeah. And as you can see, I'm very passionate about it. Kind of reaching the point of being crazy. Can you speak Nepali? Wait for me to learn Hindi first, and then I'll attempt to learn Nepali. Netherlands? I just know how to say nuken in Dutch. Sorry, that's all I know. You like more Italian or Portuguese? Do I like more my father or my mother? Do I like more jam or peanut butter? These are questions you shouldn't ask a lady, okay? It's not appropriate and it's not and it's not polite. I love all languages for different reasons, and I love Italian, I love Portuguese. Maybe I have more of a history with Portuguese. It was one of the first languages I tried to learn. Also, I love opera and so many things that only sound cool in Italian. I don't know. I cannot choose. I cannot choose between languages. Okay. What do you think about VR chat? This is a good game for practicing languages. Guess what? My computer is shit. So I cannot really use VR chat. I cannot record in VR chat because my computer would literally explode. 太喜欢你的影片了。哦，谢谢 Ocean， 太谢谢你啊。Are you interested in rare languages and which ones? Oh man, don't even get me started. I love so many weird languages. For starters, Neapolitan, that's a minority language I've learned already. I like the Roman language, the language of the Gypsy people, right? The Roma people, to be more accurate. So yeah, I love that language. I love the Basque language. I find interesting some like languages from South America, like Native American languages, but it's so difficult. So yeah, there are many exotic languages I want to learn, but you see, it's very difficult, and there are so many other languages that I can study instead, and it will be much easier. So I always have to make choices, guys. This is the strategy of a polyglot. You have to make choices because you cannot improve in all languages at the same time. So it's also as something I have come to understanding and accepting, and is that you have to let some languages get rusty in order for you to learn other languages. So for example, my French, I'm super fluent in French because I don't really practice it, it's becoming a little bit rusty, right? It's not because I'm not fluent in it, it's just because I don't practice. so yeah, I don't have time to practice all languages every day. I have to make choices, and if some languages have to become a little bit rusty in order for me to start learning different languages, it's just what it is. You have to balance it out in a way. As those naditos apelivinhas vai dizer capa. Yeah? I'm not in the Philippines, so it's not too late for me. Other questions? Let's see. You can speak Arabic? Yeah, just a little bit. Kalilun. You know Fikinaki? I mean, I have exchanged some messages with him. He seems to be a very nice guy. It's awful that he got hacked. That's really bad. Are you interested in learning Urdu? I think it's the most beautiful language. I'm learning Hindi, so for now I'm focusing on learning Hindi, and eventually if I get good at Hindi, learning Urdu will be extremely easy. So yeah, eventually I'll learn it because I just told you I want to learn Hindi. And then what is Jansa Spain, Gagnon? 4 p.m. More questions. I very much love Polyglot YouTubers. You are one of my favorite Polyglot channels besides Fikinagi. Unfortunately, his account got hacked. That's fucked up. I'm really sad about that. Do you use subtitles when watching movies, or do you prefer to practice your listening skills? Well, it depends. You have to do focused practice sometimes. So if you're trying to acquire new vocabulary, reading subtitles can help you a lot, and you can extract all the new vocab and use put it into Anki and all of that. So yeah, the subtitles are very useful. But yeah, also if I'm trying to improve listening, then I will turn them off. I will turn off the subtitles because you need to do listening practice. So depending on what you're trying to improve, you need to change up a little bit the way you consume content. But how did you learn how to read Chinese? By reading. You just read, you memorize characters, and eventually gets super easy. More questions. What do you think about Hungarian language? A very difficult language, but a very interesting one. So it's a pity. Hola a todos los canarios que me están viendo también, que sé que estáis por ahí. Thank you so much. We love Pakistan from India. Yeah, sure. Let's bring people together. Let's not get angry at each other. ¿Qué te ayuda a mejorar tu pronunciación? What does help me improve my pronunciation? Well, speaking, studying phonetics, and practicing. Very simple. Saludos a todos los de Latinoamérica que también me están viendo. Aku bisa berbahasa bahasa Indonesia. Oh, bagus sekali. Thank you. That's pretty cool. I'm studying Chinese. Go for it. Go for it, dude. You need to practice a lot in order to get good at Chinese, but it's not difficult. Can't you speak Malay? Malay, it's kind of similar to Indonesian, so in as much as I can speak Indonesian, I guess I can speak, or at least make myself understood in Malay as well. Do you even consider to study Turkish? I love Turkish, but that's the thing, it's a difficult language. So I need to be very picky about what languages I study. So for example, if I'm studying Chinese and Tagalog, those are already two very difficult languages, right? How am I supposed to study Tagalog, Chinese, and Turkish? A new language I don't know really anything about. It's super difficult. No, I cannot do it. But I can do Chinese, Tagalog, and Indonesian, because Indonesian is super easy, right? So yeah, you need to find that balance between studying if you are going to study languages at the same time, it has to be a combination of hard and simple languages, so you don't overwhelm yourself. Do you speak Norwegian? In as much as jag kan prata svenska. Yeah, so in as much as I can speak Swedish, I do speak some Norwegian. I can read pretty easily Norwegian, that's for sure. ¿Hay alguien para practicar y mejorar español conmigo? Okay, Niket wants someone to practice with. Guys, tell him if you are down for the language exchange. And Darnado, yes, you're completely right. What's on the menu for this stream today? Q&A only? Actually, yeah, I wanted to show you guys more of the way I study with my Anki flashcards, and I love to answer your questions, so that's why I'm doing the Q&A. But we can see more of my. Yeah, sure. Let's not only do that. Okay. Meanwhile, what level you in Chinese and how? I'm close. It's difficult because of the whole way people measure proficiency in Chinese. I'm studying for an HSK 6 level in Chinese, which is a C1 in Europe and America. So yeah, around the C1 level in Chinese. But I need to keep improving it, of course. It's not like I'm perfect. Okay, ako ay mahilig kumain ng. Okay, that's alright. Puedes usar Omegle. Yeah, guys, another thing I want to address. I know my videos makes it look like it's great to use Omegle to study languages. You know, it kind of looks like, oh, look at Santi. Santi meets a lot of nice people to talk with on Omegle. I should go on Omegle and do that too in order to improve. No, never do that. Omegle is an awful place to practice your languages because there's a lot of perverts in that place. A lot of perverts, and also there's a lot of weird people, and not everyone wants to talk to you. Not everyone is passionate enough to help you either. So yeah, don't use Omegle to practice languages. Please don't. It's a waste of time. I would recommend you so many other places. Okay, now let's concentrate a little bit. Wow, Maluma is watching me. There's a guy called Maluma here. I thought I have this famous singer watching my stream. Ang inyong ginagawa upang mapahusay ang inyong pahihinig ng isang wika. So, my friend from the Philippines here is asking me in Tagalog. I love reading Tagalog. Please write me in Tagalog. He's asking me what method do I use to improve my listening skills. I just listen to a lot of YouTube and I talk to people. Very simple. Then I have other techniques which are more more precise and more focused skill focused practices, and yeah, those I use to really work hard. But normally I just listen to a lot of stuff. On my TV or Omegle, I have had a better experience using Omegle, but it's a very sad place. A lot of perverts there, a lot of kids wasting their time there instead of learning languages. Guys, don't waste your time on Omegle. Invest your time. Use it to improve as a person. Don't waste it looking for girls on Omegle, please. 你爱中国吗? You have to use 吗. 当然我爱中国. 你有猫? I don't have a cat. Help me Spanish at the conversation level, please. I'm a Spanish teacher after all, so if you need help, go to my Patreon account. 你叫什么名字？我叫郎郎。你会说中文吗？当然会，当然会。我现在在说中文吧。Sana makapunta ka dito sa Pinas. Okay, sure. I would love to go to the Philippines. Anyways, let me see this. I once tried to learn a little bit of Polish, but too difficult. Right now, it's not the moment. Eu falo português nativamente, aprendi espanhol e inglês e estou aprendendo catalão e neerlandês. Muito legal, eh? Lionel, that's great. I'm so happy for you. Keep learning languages. Keep on it. Oh, we have a lot of people. People from so many countries. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by. Okay, I'm gonna show you now. Now we've been here for a while. I think it's time I show you more of how I study here with on iTalk, not iTalki, on Anki. I'm starting to get tired. Guys, this is so true. When you speak in a different language, your brain gets tired very quickly. Sorry for my grammar mistakes. Porca miseria, sei troppe lingue, ma non... Ma è normale, ho imparato tante lingue per tanto tempo, è normale che li parli. Guapo spagnol, grazie mille. Namin, marma salami. Sinabi mo, guapo ako. What do you think about Irish and Welsh? Irish and Welsh, those are beautiful languages, very niche, in my opinion, so I don't know if I'll study them anytime soon, but I find them extremely interesting and beautiful. Bruh, do you have a girlfriend from every country? Yes, don't tell them. Okay. Why the echo? Because my microphone is so bad. That's why. Hopefully I can earn some money and get a better microphone, but for now, guys, I'm just getting started and I don't have so much money for better equipment. But yeah, eventually I'll try to improve my equipment. I know it's having echo. It's called being poor. Okay, hello, just salamat Santi, matutulog na ako, to all the Santi squad, I love that, keep safe, bye good boy, that's his name, good boy, see you around, I know it's getting late in Asia right now, thank you so much guys for coming by. Okay, shall we get into this? Okay, I'm not gonna get any more distracted. Okay, so 中文. Okay, so as you can see here, I am already studying advanced stuff. So this is a very stupid article about Xi Jinping eating at a restaurant in Beijing, and I think this restaurant became super famous after Xi Jinping visited. So yeah, as you can see, I pasted the whole thing, and then I highlight the words I'm trying to learn. The problem with doing this is that, you see, if I add such a long text, it's going to be very difficult for me to go through it every time I see this flashcard. So eventually it gets super difficult and takes so much time. That's why I prefer to have short flashcards. So yeah. So for example, we have this one. Okay, so, and as you can see here, I have the translations and the pronunciation and everything. And I'm learning a lot of these 成语. Those are like sayings, expressions people use in China they are very difficult to memorize, and they are very deep and complex in a way. So, for example, 两袖清风, both sleeves flowing in the breeze. How am I supposed to learn that? It literally is like that, right? To what yada yada. So, having clean hands and corrupted. So this basically means uncorrupted, right? To be a very good person, whatnot. It's difficult to memorize because you usually learn words like this, 2-character words, 2-handle words, and then you have to learn a word with so many hands. It's super difficult to retain. Okay, so we are having a lot of issues with the mic. I literally don't know how to improve it. I don't know. It's just the freaking mic. It's awful. But Chirpy, thank you so much for your sec, whatever that is. Thank you so much. Guys, if you like Polyglot content, you should check out Matt Chirpy, okay? The guy is making Omegle videos as well. You pay for this plug. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. 我不见我字. What are you talking about, guys? You didn't see your own the things you're writing? The echo is from sound coming from your computer, PC speaker or something? I don't think so. I've been looking into it for a while and it's not getting any better. Do you have Anki deck for Japanese? I don't study Japanese, so I don't. Maybe in the future. Okay, let's keep seeing. So I have all these things I'm learning, and I'm just gonna show you guys a simple basic flashcard. The way it looks like. Yeah, so this would be a simple flashcard I would use to practice Chinese, for example. One sentence and just 1 or 2 new words. So 一只狐狸丛, and this is the new word which means bush. 灌木丛中窜了出来. So a fox escaped by running inside the bushes. So and that's how he escaped, right? 窜 means to escape. Well, 窜, shit, I got wrong the tone. So yeah, 窜, to flee, to escape. So this is a very simple one. This is how I think it's best. I think this is the best way to study new vocabulary. Not too much information because the one text I saw you later, it's so dense. Sometimes you are just tired and you don't feel like going through that text once again. So yeah, I kind of prefer to keep it simple. Turn off on the sound output. I don't think it's the mic. I don't even know. Okay, let me try doing that. Okay, have I already done that though? Okay, I'm trying doing that. You guys, holy fuck. Okay, I just fucked up. Anyways, you guys, forgive me, right? Anyways, I hope now it's getting better. Do you consider Romanian hard? Dude, I'm learning Hindi and Russian. Romanian is not hard. It's harder than other Romance languages, but no, it's not that difficult. Haha, no, I paid for you to get a better mic. Thank you so much, Chirpy. I wasn't calling you out either. I was just joking around. Thank you so much. Actually, I got another cheap microphone. I hope helps me improve the quality of the audio, but the configuration in the computer is so bad. Anyways, thank you so much, Chirpy. Thank you so much. Please speak Bahasa Indonesia. Say the sentence Odi esquema. What the? Masih kalah jauh? What is that? I don't know. Saya bisa berbaca sedikit bahasa Indonesia. Tapi saya harus more, how do you say more? Behi, right? Something like that. Behi, belajar bahasa Indonesia. Like, I need to improve my Indonesian by studying more. Okay. How long did you study Chinese, and what apps or websites do you use? I use quite a few. But right now, because I'm fluent and everything, I just use like the Chinese dictionaries, everything in Chinese and stuff. So right now I just use like YouTube. I talk to people and I use Anki. So yeah, back in the day I used to use more apps. All about that in my Patreon. Okay, so you see here. Let's go back to. So that's for from when. Let's check out Tagalog. So, for example, here for Tagalog, I have a lot of vocabulary I need to learn. Ang bantang yung ay masungit. Hindi ka dapat nagiging masungit. Alam mo naman ng joke lang. Iyon. So you don't have to get upset because, you know, it's just a joke. My God. This guy is super angry. What's masungit? You see, I'm learning this. Is it irritable, unfriendly, grouchy, kind of snappy, napping away. So, yeah, this is how I use it. Sentences and translations. How do you choose your Anki decks? Like, I create them myself. It takes a lot of time, but I think it's worth the effort. Russian, you want to see Russian? Let's check it out. So Russian, I'm a beginner, so pretty much everything is light up. Ты довольно неплохо. Not bad, yeah. Справился с той ситуацией. So difficult, and I'm starting to get tired of from talking so much. Thank you so much for reading my comment. No problem, man. Do you speak Portuguese? Brazilian Portuguese, so o português do Portugal. Agora eu posso falar dos sotaques. I don't know. I'm much better at speaking Brazilian Portuguese, that's for sure. But yeah, I haven't really practiced speaking Portuguese from Portugal, so that's why if I try to, it will sound super weird. But I can understand the way they speak things, so with a little bit of practice, I may be able to do so. How many hours of Omegle do you need to do to make 20-minute videos? A lot! Those videos take a lot of time, especially because I do everything myself. So, for a video or for 2 videos, I will need to record for 2 days. It's a lot, guys, it's a lot. So I really appreciate all your support, guys. For real. It takes so much effort to do. Okay, what else? It's better to... Okay, is it a bad idea to use other people's decks? Anki decks. It's not a bad idea, but what can be a bad idea is to use a deck that is not well done, right? Because people don't know how to use Anki. I actually have made articles. I have written articles about how to use Anki efficiently. I can link to them to my patrons. If they ask me for it, I don't have any problem. It's already published, that article, and I share a lot of guidelines for people to use it correctly. So if you use flashcards that are not very well done, maybe that will be extremely annoyed. that's why I always prefer to use my own flashcards. Learn Hindi and visit India. I would love to. I really would love to. Kan du tala svenska? Lite svenska. Actually, the other day I met a very nice old lady from Sweden, and my Swedish was very, very rusty, to be honest. Did you ever visit China? Yes, I visited for two weeks, and that was all. I really need to not necessarily travel to China, but I need to find people to practice every day with. Qual sotaques do Brasil que você acha mais fáceis de aprender? Sou Gabriel da Skype. Hey, what's up, Gabriel? This is a guy who helps me every time I see something I don't understand in Brazilian Portuguese. He always helps me out. My favorite dialect is Fluminense, like from Rio de Janeiro. That's my favorite sotaque, my favorite accent, so that's the one I think I pronounce best. Yeah, but I like all the diversity in ways of speaking Portuguese. I don't have any problem. Okay. If you could you make a tutorial someday on how to create a good deck? Sure, I can do that for sure. Okay, no problem. Estoy apenas comenzando. ¿Cuánto tiempo tengo que dedicar a estudiar chino si quiero? Okay, so un poco. You want to master a little bit this language? So Matthias is asking me, how long does it take to like master or start mastering Chinese? It takes a lot. At least it depends on how much time you put into learning Chinese. It depends a lot on your talent, on your method. That's one of the most important things. If you have someone guiding you through the process. Así que depende mucho. Es un idioma difícil, así que por lo menos como mínimo un año para empezar a hablarlo medio fluido. Y después, por supuesto, para hablarlo mucho mejor te va a llevar mucho más tiempo, pero depende de la ayuda con la que cuentes. Okay, it's gonna take a while, regardless of how well you are tackling it. I'm getting tired, that's why my accent it's getting a bit weird. It's normal, guys. Speaking different languages always takes a lot of energy. Brain power, right? I get tired so quickly. Okay, so what else can I show you here? May bahasa Indonesia flashcards. Perlahan Anda akan memahami dengan sendirinya. This is a weird sentence. In time, you will understand it. This actually is a very weird sentence I'm trying to learn. What do you... Okay, much sharper because you have thrown so much money at my face. I cannot do anything else but answer all your questions. So, what do you think is the most difficult part of learning Swedish? Like the stress pattern, like the whole the whole tone thing. Like svenska. You have to pitch accent. That's what it's called. So you have to always remember what's the tone for each word, and because I don't really have access to many resources for learning pronunciation in Swedish, I don't get to listen a lot of Swedish. Therefore, I have problems with pitch accents sometimes. But yeah, it's just like learning Chinese. When it comes to tones, it's just about memorizing what word has which tone, and also a lot of experience and a lot of experience in listening and speaking. Okay. What else? Which languages was the easiest and took the less time to learn? I mean, Bahasa Indonesia is super easy, but I haven't really become extremely fluent, so I wouldn't say that that's the one I learned the fastest. Okay, Catalan took me 2 months or 3 months. Italian took me more or less about the same, like 3 months of studying. So yeah, the easiest language to learn was the Spanish, because I didn't even realize I was learning it. Okay, this is... What else? Georgian is very difficult. Yeah, Georgian. That language from Georgia is so difficult. Est-ce que tu lis des livres dans les différentes langues? I do read in different languages, but that's another huge thing I'm trying to find a solution to, and is that when you study so many languages and you study so much as I do, you don't have time for other activities. So, for example, I'm fluent in French and I would like to read in French, but because I'm studying other new languages, I don't have time for reading in French. So eventually I'm all day studying languages, but sometimes I don't have enough time to consume other content or invest time in other hobbies. You have to make choices in the end. You cannot do everything. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna answer some more questions and maybe we can call it a day. Yeah. Well, we still got some time for today. So also give like to this video. I don't know why that would be useful, but since it's there, maybe YouTube likes that or something. Give it a like. I have a question. Does Polyglot have to be able to write a language? Okay, I think Enak Aja, I think you are Indonesian. Thanks for writing that question. So I think you are asking, as a polyglot, are you supposed to know how to write a language? I think as a polyglot, you should do whatever you want, because learning languages is not about showing off. Learning languages is not about justifying your choices to other people. It's also, because when you say you're a polyglot and you're public, people are gonna judge you and they're gonna say, oh, you are not a good polyglot, you're not good enough, yada yada. I always like to remind you guys that learning languages is a personal thing. It's a personal journey. You don't need to justify yourself by any means. You shouldn't. So to be able to write a language, I mean, languages have been spoken for millennia, and we started putting them down on paper or rocks or whatever for not so long ago. So languages can definitely exist without writing. So I mean, normally it's very good to be able to write in the languages you are studying, because that's another skill you need to master. But if you only speak a language, that also counts as knowing the language, right? If I speak, let's say, Japanese, which I don't, but let's say I speak Japanese, but I'm not able to write. What does that mean? It means that I know how to speak, but I don't know how to write, and that's all right. That's okay. Do whatever you want to do, not what you are expected to do as a polyglot or a language learner or whatever. Okay, so Winter Vero is saying, ¿Cómo haces para no mezclar los idiomas entre sí? How did you do to not mix languages? Who says I don't mix languages? ¿Quién dice que no las mezclo? Of course, sometimes I have some interferences between languages, and sometimes I mix up languages accidentally. It's normal, especially now, for example, that I'm getting a bit tired from talking so much. Yeah, I do mix languages, but it's true that I speak a lot of languages and I don't really mix that up. So why is that the case? Well, it's because I'm very used to speaking the different languages. So once you reach, I think, a B1 level, you start separating languages. So for example, if I try to learn Javanese and Indonesian at the same time, because those two languages are at a very low level, I'm gonna mix them up, right? So normally I mix up languages I'm not very good at yet, right? So I will not mix up French and English, for example, because I'm very fluent in those languages. I'm not gonna mix French and Chinese, but I may mix Tagalog with Russian or something like that, because those are languages I are not. I mean, Tagalog, I'm kind of good at it, but yeah, when my languages are at a low level, I tend to mix them more. But the better you get at them, the easier it gets to separate the different languages. So that's not a problem for me. What is your favorite language in terms of the way it sounds phonetically? I really like languages like Cantonese. I like languages like Catalan. I like Neapolitan. I like Russian. I really like it. I'm discovering that I really like the way people speak in Indonesian as well, because all of the weird vowel sounds that they have, I really like it. So yeah, I pretty much like all the languages I study. That's why I study them. It's kind of obvious, but yeah, I have some languages that are particularly beautiful to my ear. Do you speak German, or have you? I have plans to maybe going to Germany, and then I will study German. I've studied before, but I never took it too seriously. Ooh, something in Swedish. Hopper du förstår hur jag skriver själv om du icke har lärt norsk ända. Okay, I understood half of that sentence. As I'm telling you, Swedish is something I stopped studying. Let me check it out. Google Translate, help me. Hopper. Hope, of course. Yeah. So that's Norwegian. Norsk, of course. Yeah. I understood half of it. Like, for example, du förstår skriver om du icke. You see, some things I understood, but it's kind of rusty. Hey, one question. How do you learn languages? Do you use Duolingo? You're about to get banned from this YouTube channel. Duolingo is awful. It's awful. I hate it. You should go to my YouTube channel. Well, you are in my YouTube channel right now. So go look for my video on Duolingo. I think it's one of the worst things ever created for language learning. So yeah, go watch my video. Un napoletano c'è molta personalità. È certo questo. Mi piace assai un napoletano. A verita. You speak good Hindi, but you should try to learn words all this. Guys, let me learn first Hindi, then I will learn Tamil and whatnot. I find that interesting, of course. I'm learning Hindi, so then I can move to other Indian languages. But I cannot do all languages at the same time. Are you listening to audiobooks? I was listening to a Onomen do Bento, right? Onomen do Bento. Or what's the name? Onomen do Bento is the name of the wind. I was listening to it in Portuguese, and I really enjoy it. But yeah, I don't have time for reading. Oh my God, I feel attacked. You should. I mean, Duolingo can be entertaining, but it's a waste of time. It's a game. If you want to play, but here we are not about playing, we're about learning languages. What language do you consider the most complex? Georgian, or maybe some Native American language? All languages are complex, okay? It's not like some languages are better than others, or I mean, yeah, in terms of grammar, some grammars are more complex, you can say that. Yeah, in terms of grammar, yeah, there are some languages that are more complex. Georgian and Hungarian, maybe the Relic family. Yeah, those are complicated languages for sure. How did you learn Neapolitan? Should I learn Italian first? Yes, you should. Davvero devi impararlo prima l'italiano, perché è quasi la stessa cosa. È anche più facile imparare l'italiano perché puoi trovare tante cose per ascoltare l'italiano e per leggere. So yeah, by all means, if you want to learn Neapolitan, you should first learn Italian. It's pretty much the same thing. And yeah, once you learn Italian, it would be much easier to learn the more obscure language, which is Neapolitan. How to memorize better and faster, right? More easily. Memorize. I can be speaking about that all day here. Yeah, one recommendation is using Anki. That's all I can say for now. If you join my Patreon, you can request a post on that, and I'll do it, and I'll be more specific on things you can do to go about it. So yeah. Santi, I'm a typical American that only knows English. That's bad. What are the sources you use to learn Mexican? I'm Spanish. I don't even speak Mexican Spanish. just go on YouTube, dude, and start listening to stuff in Mexican Spanish if that's what you like. Sure, go for it. Even though you are a typical American, don't worry, you can do it, you can learn it. You can learn Spanish, it's not a problem. Hello everyone who's coming now to the stream. Do you have any hint for I guess you mean tips, right? If I have tips for people starting French, study first the pronunciation, then worry about the grammar, because the pronunciation is so key. It's so key in this language. So yeah, you should first focus more on conversation, and then you can pay more attention to grammar, but not the other way around. What about Esperanto? Well, if you followed me on Twitter, you would know that I don't really find it like a great language to study. I understand some cool people started and they find great enjoyment in doing so, but I'm not one of those. For many reasons, maybe someday I can make a video or something. How did you get the desire to learn languages? Well, that was accidental, actually. I didn't know what to do with my life, but I did know I wanted to learn English. So I started studying English at college, at the uni, right? And eventually I really liked it. I started picking up new languages, and eventually I became a famous, super handsome YouTuber. And that happened not really by plan. I just practiced every day, non-stop, and eventually I ended up here. So yeah, sometimes you don't plan things. Things just happen when you know what to do every day. When you know how to invest your time, the time you got every day. Any plan on learning an African language other than Arabic? Well, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm plugging myself too much, but But it's like, I already told you in Instagram. Why are you asking? Yeah, so I really like some languages from Africa. I know I want to learn Arabic, that's for sure. But sub-Saharan languages, I'm very interested in studying Wolof, right? From Senegal. I really like that language. Swahili seems interesting, but because I'm not really interested in what happens in that region of Africa. For now, at least. Maybe in the future I become super interested, but for now, no. But it's a very interesting language as far as studying it it's concerned. How to adopt accent on some of. Okay, so how to get a good accent? You need to be methodical about it. I'm gonna write so much about that for my Patreon, that's for sure. Because I love pronunciation, improving pronunciation. I love accents. So some tips I can share with you right now would be practicing speaking. You need to speak a lot so you can get used to the language. And you need to also study phonetics. If you're really serious about learning a language and improving your pronunciation, you need to learn phonetics, and you need to be very, very thorough about all the sounds you produce, because you need to pronounce them all very well so you can, as a whole, sound very native-like. I think you love history too, since you love learning languages. Well, check this out. Check what I bought yesterday. Let's see if you guys can see it. A history of Cambodia. I think this is going to be a very nice reading if I got the time, because I don't have the time. Okay, so and then I got this one as well. India, a history from the earliest civilizations to the boom of the 21st century. So yeah, a book about the history of India and Cambodia. I love learning about different countries and their histories. Vale, saludos a los de Bolivia que me están viendo, saludos a todos los que hablan español, a mis amigos hispanohablantes, mis amigos de Latinoamérica, de Canarias y por supuesto también de España. A ver, solo sé español, inglés, ¿qué otro idioma me recomendaría? When people ask me to things like, what can I learn? What other language can I learn? Dude, you don't choose the language chooses you. That's the way I feel about that. I never planned to learn so many languages, and I eventually studied them, and now I speak them. So yeah, sometimes you just fall in love. I'm very romantic in that respect. Like, I fall in love for a language and I studied. Like, when I fell in love with Neapolitan and I decided I wanted to learn it, I went crazy. I didn't even sleep for 2 days because I was studying so much. So yeah, when you fall in love for a language, you know it, and you know you want to commit forever and learn that language well, right? Soy hispanohablante de Rusia. Muy bien, así me gusta, mis amigos rusos. Dude, how is it possible that there's so many Russian people speaking Spanish? You guys are right? Like, intelligent. Melo, mis amigos de Colombia que me están escribiendo. Hola, ¿qué tal, parce? Vamos a leer. Charlotte nos escribe desde Colombia. ¿Cómo podemos dejar de lado el miedo a equivocarnos mientras hablamos en otro idioma con un nativo? You see, there I was trying to do the Colombian accent, but it got mixed up with my Brazilian accent. So, what happens when you are afraid to talk? When you are very shy and you need to practice. As you may notice, I never really had that problem because I'm a spark. I'm always ready to mingle with new people and talk to them. you just have to do some... Amiguita de Colombia, Charlotte, tienes que trabajar tu personalidad, tienes que mejorarte como persona, mejorar si es un tema de autoestima, mejora eso, si es un tema de vergüenza, mejora eso, tienes que mejorarte tú como persona en ese aspecto, en ser más sociable y más abierta, para poquito a poco ser capaz de hablar con la gente sin tener miedo, ¿entiendes? Entonces, yeah, it's about self-development, I think. If you are afraid of talking to people, that's self-development. That's something you may need to ask a self-development coach or something like that. I'm a teacher. I've studied a lot of self-development, so I may be able to help. But yeah, it's not a linguistic thing. It's true. Also, you can try to find a very comfortable space for you to learn languages, right? Like maybe in some contexts you may be feeling not very confident. Maybe if you find a place where you feel confident and less vulnerable, then there you can practice too. From Indonesia. Okay, guys, 2 more minutes and I'm done for today. I'm so happy that you all came by. Okay, so 2 more minutes. Ask now or hold your peace forever, okay? Hablen ahora, mis amigos, mis parces. Hablen ahora o callen para siempre porque se va a acabar el stream, okay? Hi guy from Africa, my Moroccan friends, my Sadikis. Yeah, I know you speak Hindi, but can you read and write in Hindi? I mean, I can read what I know in Hindi. I can type a little bit, and I'm just getting started in Hindi, so I just know how to read and write what I know in the first place, right? Mucha gente rusa. Yeah, people in Russia are very incredible when it comes to learning new languages. The best thing about learning many languages, you get to communicate with all kinds of people from all different backgrounds, and you always have an opportunity to use your languages, so that's great. Sometimes you don't even expect using one language one day and you use it and it's super useful. It opens doors. It really opens a lot of doors for you in life. Mi recomendación, tú también eres parce, tú también eres de Colombia, que mi recomendación para practicar son los eventos de language exchange. Yeah, sure. Guys, do language exchanges, right? That's going to help you a lot. Don't go on Omegle, that's for sure. Any more questions? Or shall we wrap it up here? Xenox Beats. आपका से है मेरा दोस्त. I remembered you. I think you were Indian, right? Thank you for coming by. More questions? Ciao Francesco, come stai? Come butta? Bene? Thank you guys so much for coming by. As you started studying languages not long ago, Spanish in particular. Oh, that's so cool. Way to go, man. Go for it. Okay, see you around. Ciao. Привет, эй. Как жизни? Скачат? I don't know what the name is that. Chased. I know chased. Was building your French accent a challenge for you? Of course it was. It's super difficult to speak with a good French accent. I worked really hard on that. I worked really hard on my French accent. C'est pour ça que maintenant mon accent c'est plutôt assez bon, je crois. Bah, mais on dira pas qu'il est parfait, mais c'est très bon, je pense. Je vais être humble. Yeah, but it was a challenge, and the great thing is that I worked very hard at the beginning, then I stopped working hard on my pronunciation because it got pretty decent, and then with time and exposure it became better exponentially and with less effort. So yeah, if you work hard at the beginning, then you start improving steadily in the long run. Have you tried speaking other Filipino languages? Dude, Tagalog is already killing me. I love Tagalog, but it's so difficult. Maybe someday once I master Tagalog, but for now I don't really attempt learning other different languages. About to finish, guys. Ask me questions now or hold your peace forever. Uh, um. Okay, what else? So your accent is very good. In what language? I don't know. Thank you so much. Cheers desde Québec. Bail du Québécois ici. Merci beaucoup pour regarder un petit peu mon stream. Studiar fonética para tener un buen acento. I'm a teacher. I studied phonetics in college and I kept studying it. Kept studying phonetics because it's so interesting and so useful. You would never regret having studied phonetics as a language lover because it helps you so much. For example, I was trying to improve my pronunciation in Hindi recently, and what I did was I went to the Wikipedia page for Hindi, I went to phonetics, and I had everything laid out there for me to learn the pronunciation in a everything explained in a very accurate way. So yeah, by all means learn phonetics. That's going to help you a lot. It really goes a long way. What do you consider the requirements for being fluent? That's a good question. The scale cell? That's a very good question. Actually, this is super subjective, I think, because I mean it's super subjective and people hate on Polyglot so much because we disagree on what fluent means, right? We really disagree many times. So many times we disagree, and then it becomes nasty because people accuse each other of you're not fluent enough, whatever. It's so nasty. In my personal opinion, I think there is a official way to measure fluency, and that's by getting your level certified by some institution. I don't really care about institutions, but that's a way. I mean, if you get the B1 or the B2 in a language, like someone you do an exam and you pass, that means you passed that exam, so that's something, right? But normally the way I judge this people's level is by how good they are at communicating, because for me communication is paramount. So someone, in my opinion, someone can be fluent at different levels of proficiency. Let me explain. Let's delve into this topic. So you can be very fluent in casual conversations, right? That would equal that will be tantamount to like a B1 level, right? At a B1 level, you can be very fluent talking to people in casual situations, whatnot. Maybe at a beginner level, you are very fluent introducing yourself, right? Doing a self-introduction. So yeah, you can be very fluent in specific skills, right? You can be super fluent when it comes to introducing yourself, but maybe you're not very fluent when it comes to giving directions in the street, right? So yeah, you can be fluent at different levels and in different skills, and you can be very fluent in different situations. So yeah, fluency comes in different levels and contexts. But if we talk about being fluent, right? normally when we say fluent, we mean that we are very, very good at the language and we can get by in pretty much any situation. If we talk about that kind of fluency, the great fluency, right? I would say you need to reach at least a B2. When you get a solid B2 level, you are fluent, right? It's not like you are fluent sometimes and then you suck at doing other things with the language. So yeah, that's my take. Take it or leave it. Mi método utiliza para aprender. Dude, guys, I use many different methods. I have my own, and I also know what works for other people, so that's why I not always. I have an Instagram. Why are you asking? Sure, I have an Instagram, Santiglot. At Santiglot. So there are many different methods. I know what works for me. I'm studying actually this. What's in my PhD? I'm studying what methods work for other types of people. So yeah, there are many different methods depending on who you are and how you study. You may prefer some over others. And yeah, if you need help, hit me up. I'll help you out. Maybe you should improve your Indonesian language if you want more subscribers. Okay, guys. How many are we right now? Let's address this question. So confused name ID is telling me that if I want more subscribers, I should do more Indonesian, right? Okay, let's address this because this is important. I have a lot of followers, right? Like right now I have quite a few subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. And I love and I really appreciate all the attention I'm getting and everything. I really appreciate all your engagement, the fact that you guys are right here listening to me. I really appreciated it. I'm very grateful. And something I want to remind you of, guys, is that as long as there are people listening to me and listening to my message and get inspired by my content, I don't really care about numbers. Okay, let me explain. So at the beginning, when I started creating content, I started creating content about, well, if you go and see my old videos, you can see that I was teaching advanced Chinese. I have like a short series of videos where I teach advanced vocabulary in Chinese. No one cared, okay? Few people, really just a few people cared because one, there are not many people learning advanced Chinese, and two, because I was starting out. So yeah, no one was really following me. Just some nice people. I will always be grateful to. And then I started doing Omegle, and that blew up because people like reactions. They like seeing me speaking different languages, and that went very well for my channel. So I grew very, very fast, and I'm forever grateful for all of you guys to make that possible. But you see, at the beginning, the frustration was that I didn't have a lot of people listening to me, so it felt like all the effort I was putting into my videos was not getting me a lot of benefit. What's the word? Benefit, or like it wasn't worth it, right? Because I spend a lot of hours doing this, and I only get 2 people watching my stuff, so it's like a waste of time. But then you guys started to follow with me and everything. So now I'm very happy with the fact that there are a lot of people who watch my stuff. And as much as there are people enjoying my content, benefiting from my content, from the advice I share with you guys, I'm happy, right? So I don't really care about numbers. As long as I have people listening to me, I'm happy. As long as you guys are learning from me and you are getting inspired and enjoying the content, I'm happy. So yeah, I really appreciate growth. and I enjoy it, but it's not my main like objective, like become rich or something. I just want to, of course, eventually make a living by helping people with their language learning process and everything. But yeah, nothing too fancy, guys. He speaks some Russian, though he barely reads the Cyrillic alphabet. I do read the Cyrillic alphabet, especially if what I'm reading is something I know, because new words are a bit challenging for reading. But yeah, I'm very impressed actually of how much I'm learning and improving my Cyrillic alphabet reading. It's like languages, yeah. I just know Russian. 你可以说日本吗？日本语吗？No, I don't know Japanese. Sorry, this guy is asking me to speak in Japanese. お前はもう死んでいる。That's for you, baby. Parli italiano adesso. Possiamo parlare italiano, ma credo che qui la più parte della gente non lo parla, quindi dobbiamo parlare più l'inglese per essere equitativo, ¿no? Hey Santi, un consejo de cómo puedo aprender idiomas más rápido. So Juan Ortega is asking me how to learn languages faster. Guys, this piece of advice is for all of you, not only for Juan Ortega. Don't try to learn faster. Try to learn better. Okay? Try to learn better and try to enjoy it more. Enjoy more the process. That should be your objective, to enjoy it more and to learn better. And stop focusing so much on learning fast. Dude, if you love the language you are studying, why do you want to learn fast? Why do you want for the process to go super fast? Enjoy it. Go little by little. Improve a little bit every day and enjoy the process. Of course, when I say you should try to learn better, that includes... Okay, let me put it this way. When you learn better, you learn faster. Okay? So try to learn better, try to find a method that works best for you, and that as a consequence will make you learn faster. But learning faster shouldn't be the main objective. Does that make sense, guys? Vale, Ortega, así que intenta disfrutarlo lo más posible, intenta aprender mejor y como consecuencia de aprender mejor aprenderás más rápido, pero aprender rápido no debe ser nunca tu prioridad. Cuando considera que sabe, Aldo Vera, I just said it. Considero que alguien habla un idioma cuando es capaz de darle uso, vamos. So when do I consider someone able to speak a language? When do you really know a language? I think that as soon as you're able to use it in some way in the world, you already know it to a certain degree, right? Maybe, okay, so for example, I'll give you an example, guys. In Bahasa Indonesia, right? Bahasa Indonesian is a language that it's very easy. So I've been studying it for 2 weeks, and I'm already able to have simple conversations in Bahasa Indonesian. So does that mean that I know Bahasa Indonesian? I know Bahasa Indonesian at a certain level, and I'm able to do certain things, right? It's very simple to say, oh, I know this language. Well, you know it, but to what extent? What can you do with the knowledge you have of that language, right? So it's very simple. It kind of sounds great to say I know a language, but that's kind of mischievous, right? It's not really true, because when you look in detail, the devil is in the details for sure. So I think you know a language. You are fluent, as I said earlier, when you can get by in pretty much any situation. That's normally when you reach a B2 level. But I think you can know a language good enough to do things that require less knowledge. So to have a simple conversation in Bahasa Indonesian, for example, I don't need to be fluent. You know what I mean? Do you mix Spanish and Italian or Italian with Portuguese? Sometimes I mix Italian with Portuguese because even though I know the two languages pretty decently, I don't really use them very often. So what you don't use, you don't really lose. I'm not losing my Italian or my Portuguese, but they start to mix. They start to get me. I start to mix them up just because I don't practice very often. Mas muito obrigado por esta pergunta. Muito obrigado. Comprendo que en español tras estudiar 2 semanas venía a Argentina. Muy bien, muy bien. What else? Po polsku mieć mowy? I don't know Polish. I love I'll say this about Poland. Beautiful country, even more beautiful their women. Polish girls are beautiful. Quality is better than quantity? Oh, that's a great debate. Descalzo, that's a great debate. I think that it's a very personal choice, whether you choose to focus on quality or you choose to focus on quantity, right? It's a really personal decision, and I think we shouldn't judge people on the basis of what they choose to do, right, with their time, because this is a personal thing. But at the same time, it's true that quality has its advantages and its disadvantages, and quantity has its advantages but also its disadvantages. So you have to choose. What I do, because I'm a polyglot and I'm all day learning languages, I have the privilege of going after quality in some languages, right? For example, I want to be even better in English, right? I want to be extremely good in Chinese, Tagalog. So in a few languages, I try to be the best, right? But also I like to double, and I double in many different languages. So this dichotomy of quality against quantity is an illusion. It's not really. It's a false dichotomy. You can get quality as well as quantity, but it takes a lot. You would have to spend a lot of time, as I do, to get the best of both worlds, because it really takes a lot of time to learn so many languages. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap up. 2 more questions, guys, and that will be for today. What is the hardest and easiest thing about learning Tagalog? Oi, calma. Thank you so much for asking that. That's super interesting. So, Tagalog is very easy to pronounce, okay? The phonetics are very similar to Portuguese and Spanish or Italian, so it's very simple to pronounce, at least to me. It seems like it's easy to speak, but the grammar is not necessarily very difficult, but very alien. It's very different. So you need to get used to it, and it's super difficult. And the most difficult thing about Tagalog is the syntax. Things move around, the word order I'm talking about. It moves around, and it's so difficult to figure out what is the right order. Also, you have to be careful because it's a focused language. So depending on the focus of the sentence, you need to choose a particular syntax structure, and that's super alien and super difficult to get your head around. So yeah, that about Tagalog. Last question. Do I ever mix up my languages? I already talked about that. I do sometimes, especially when I get tired. The reason why I'm not speaking so many languages for now, I'm just speaking English, other than the obvious reason that most of you understand English and not other languages. The reason why I'm speaking so much English right now is because I'm extremely tired after 2.5 hours of non-stop talking, that I'm so mentally tired that if I try to speak other languages, because I'm tired, I'm going to have some problems and maybe I'll mix up some languages. Par exemple, maintenant je peux essayer de parler un petit peu en français, mais c'est pas nécessairement facile, spécialement parce que je suis fatigué. Lorsque je suis fatigué, ça devient très difficile pour moi de avoir un bon accent dans les autres langues. Ça devient très difficile aussi de pas mélanger les différentes langues. And it's always because of being tired. So let me speak some other languages, guys, since we are about to finish. Allora, l'italiano, quanti italiani ci sono qui? Voglio sapere, se sei italiano di qualcosa nel chat. Minha gurizada. Onde é minha gurizada? Meus amigos brasileiros. Se você é brasileiro, ou do Portugal, eu gosto muito do Portugal, especialmente o fado, a música do Portugal é très, you see, I'm mixing up Brazilian with French. É muito linda, muito linda. Eu amo. Eu adoro a música do Portugal, especialmente o fado. Sono brasileiro, ma sto imparando l'italiano anche. Bello! Thank you so much, guys. What else? Hindi. क्या आप हिंदी करता सकता है? If you can, gar आप सकता है, write something. Okay, Hindi is a language I don't really speak. Sa tingin ko ngayon dapat hindi may maraming mga Pilipino dito kasi sobrang gabi sa Pilipinas. I just said, or I tried to say that in the Philippines it's probably very late, so probably there's not many Filipino people around here. So yeah, not many Filipinos around, that's alright. What are the languages I can speak before leaving? Un napoletano, potremmo parlare un napoletano, sì, volete. What else? Deutsch. Ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Okay, what else? تتكلم العربية قليلا too, but that's not any good. Okay. Drug is Jessica. Alla un'angiata sa Filipinas. Okay, yeah, we do have some Filipinos around. Do you know about the Esperanto language? Mi estas angry at Esperanto. I respect people who study Esperanto. It's not bad to study Esperanto, but I don't really want to. You see, if you want to experience what it feels like to learn a simple language, I will recommend you to instead of studying Esperanto, study Indonesian. Bahasa Indonesian. It's super easy and it's sort of the same experience as studying Esperanto. Plus, you get access to talking to millions and millions of people. So Esperanto, not useful or not really useful because I know it can be useful in some contexts. But Bahasa Indonesian is also very simple and is way more useful. So yeah. Okay. Unless you guys want me to speak in other languages, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Do you guys have other questions before I leave? What is your opinion of German? Do you Fonstier? That it makes you sound bad? What? I don't know what Fonstier is. Maybe that's a typo. I love the sound of the German language. I really like it. It's not as difficult as people claim it to be, say it is or whatever. maybe I'm biased because I've studied Chinese and everything, so to me, not all languages seem that difficult. But yeah, something I learned it. It's very beautiful. Okay, that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being around. Hey, Dr. Ben, what's up? You're late. You're super late. I'm about to leave. That's all right. Are you considering getting a better microphone? Okay, so this is whatever. Beautiful name, by the way. Who's asking? Have you considered supporting me on Patreon? Haha. Nice transition into my shameless plugin. Guys, if I'm a teacher, alright, I'm a certified teacher, I'm an experienced polyglot. If you need help with anything, you can either hire me as your private tutor, or you can simply go on Patreon and request join the community, which is great, and consider. Yeah, if you, I'm too tired, I'm not thinking clearly. If you join the Patreon community, you can request posts, articles, and if you have some question, I can expound on whatever you want me to talk about in an article post. So yeah, I'm very willing to help those people who make the effort to also help me. But of course, if you don't want to spend money or anything, or you can't, that's all right. I'm here doing this for free for anyone who willing to listen to me. So thank you so much for all of you guys, regardless of whether you contribute in a monetary way. I appreciate it so much because you guys help me so much just by giving sharing with your friends. That's also something that sometimes is even more important than donating, right? So I appreciate all your support in whatever way it comes. So thank you so much. Yeah, so on Patreon I already have some posts sharing learning resources for learning all kinds of languages. But if you join and you request stuff, I can do things like I can give you guys more content on whatever you are interested in. So yeah, I'm very willing to help. That's what I'm trying to say. To be F, what does that mean? To be fucked? I don't know what that F stands for. Them. I mean them. I'm late because I was speaking to a French person on WhatsApp. Okay, that's so nice. Keep practicing. Ciao, sono italiano e adoro i tuoi video. Grazie mille, Francesco. Grazie, sai. Question about Indonesian. Is the slang really hard in the language? No, it's super easy. Everything in Indonesian is pretty much easy. Maybe some things are very different, but it's simple. Maybe someone asked you already, but I don't know why. Why the hell you can speak Napoletan? Shall I answer in Napoletan? Mi sono imparato il Napoletan e resuol. Perché mi piace assai, perché per me un napoletano è una bella lingua, bella. A lingua più bella Romon sanna. Romon sanna, okay? To me, Neapolitan is one of the most beautiful languages. And it's completely subjective, okay? It's completely subjective, but I love it. I hear there are lots of dialects. What? A lot of dialects in Indonesian, but you can learn the standard form, and that will make you able to, and then you will be able to talk with everyone without any problems. Did you already visit Brazil? I haven't. I don't travel, guys. As I told you, that costs money. Once I start getting that YouTube money, guys, I will travel all around the world. But not for now. And that's fine. I will have time to travel around, so no problem. Saludos desde Chiclayo, Perú. Siento la demora, acaban de terminar mis clases. No hay problema, amigo. Gracias por venir de todas maneras. I just want to say I'm proud of you learning our language, anti-hero. Yeah, because I'm learning Filipino. yeah, okay, you can be proud of it if you want to. Thank you so much. I just learned it because I like it, not because I want attention or anything. I want attention. Everyone wants attention, guys, but if I didn't, I would still learn languages. I love it so much. So Mali, let me learn Arabic first, please. Afrikaans is a bit more difficult than Indonesian, I would say. Play some guitar before you leave. Guys, do you remember I stopped? I told you that I stopped learning music because I started focusing more on language learning. So yeah, that's why. Now, guys, what is gurizada? I forgot, but it goes like this. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais llena de graça, é ver a menina que vem e que passa, juntos, movendo o caminho do mar. Corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, a sua canção é mais que um poema, a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar. I love bossa nova. That's why I started learning Portuguese in the first place, right? So I sing minha gurizada despertou. Yeah, I like. I'm not very good, guys. I'm not trying to say I'm a polyglot singer or anything. So be kind with me. Vou te contar, seus olhos já não podem ver. So this is difícil estar sozinho. Yeah, bossa nova. I love it, but you need to really practice hard to become a good musician, and I'm becoming a good polyglot, so I don't have time for that. But thank you so much for everything, guys. Also, another thing I wanted to say before leaving is that, as you can see, I'm not partnered in Twitch, on Twitch, I mean, and that's because I just don't want to, because I also want to be able to stream here on YouTube, because if you become partner in Twitch, you have to sign a contract, and it's then they get exclusivity rights, and you cannot like stream and in other platforms. So that's why on Twitch I'm not partnered, and you cannot donate and stuff like that. Guys, if you are ever going to donate or give me a tip or anything in any way, shape or form on Patreon, please, because that's the best place for me to give back to you, so I can provide extra exclusive content for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for everything, and I'm gonna call it a day. All right, thank you so much, and see you around. And that's it. Bye.